Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be looking at the new Natasha Denona Retro palette, and we are going to do some swatches and we are going to do 3 different looks with the palette. So if you are interested in this palette and my thoughts, then that is what this video is going to be about. If you are new here, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos, and let's get started. So I did use this palette to do this look. So this is going to be look number 1 that we do with the palette. And I do actually open it for the first time when I do that. But I totally forgot to do the comparison between the mini retro palette, since this is the midi size version of it. It would help if I had it on my vanity, so I had to go pick it up. So here is the retro palette, the midi size. And then here is the mini retro. This color scheme, I mean, it's like not even close. So I'm kind of confused at what was happening when the midi was made, because this one has those greens and taupey shades that are not in the retro palette at all. I am pretty sure a lot of people were expecting it to have a similar color scheme to this one, since this is the mini version, but it doesn't. I'm not upset because I really do love this color scheme, but I love this palette too, so I was kind of hoping it would have some sort of olivey green or taupey shade in there, but I still like this palette a lot, but I wanted to at least show you the comparison between the two because they're really not even close. The only shades that are similar are like those 2 matte ones, but other than that, there isn't really any other shade in here that would tell me that this is the midi version of this. These don't even look like they're related at all, so I think that's pretty weird, but I still really enjoy this color scheme. So on that note, let's get into the 3 looks. The first look is going to be this one right here, so I do it on both eyes, and then the second and third look I will do on separate eyes, and then we will close it back out with this look again. So let's get into the first look. So we're going to take a look at this palette first. This is the first time touching it, but I'm going to do both eyes with the same look, and I am actually going somewhere today, so I figured I would just do my makeup with this palette, and I am so freaking excited to use it. This is what the palette looks like. Let's open it up. Here it is. So pretty, which I've probably already talked about in the intro, but it's okay. We are going to swatch it, but I am going to put up pictures of my swatches. I'm not going to do the swatches right now because I don't really have time to do that. But I'm going to at least swatch a few of them right now just to get a feel for them. And then I will put up the swatches later, at least after I do my eyes. This is actually my 3rd midi palette now. I did just haul this recently from Sephora, so I will be putting up the haul video probably after this because I wanted to get this video up first. So I did get this from Sephora recently, and this is now technically I have 3 midi palettes from Natasha Denona and one of her full-size ones. The other midi palette, the first one I had is the Zendo, so that was the first time I was introduced to the cream to powder formula. I think that's what it's called, and I love it. And this one I'm pretty sure has a bunch of those. Oh, this is just on the packaging. That's really annoying. Let's see if I can figure this out. So just going through the top row, I'm going to just put up a picture on the screen. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 formulas, I think. We'll see. Okay, going across the top. Glitz is a duochrome, Andy is a cream to powder, Jude is a matte or metallic, wrong M. Mod is a creamy matte. I think that's what they're called. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's a regular matte shade. Vivian is a cream to powder, and then the second row, Groove is a matte, Apart is a cream to powder, Psychedelic is a K. I don't exactly know what a K means. Crystal, maybe, but that's CR. I don't know. that's okay. I mean, it's this like super shimmery one, so I don't exactly know what that means. Go-Go is a creamed powder. Patty is a creamed powder, but it looks like there's some shimmer in there, so that's interesting. Swing is a metallic. Nude Mauve is a matte. Rebellion is a creamed powder. Helio is a metallic, and then Amara is a matte. So I am so excited to get into this palette. This is the perfect color scheme for these. I love wearing berries and these types of colors, so I knew that this was a palette that I was going to love when it was first sneak peeked, so I am so excited. So many creamed powder shades in here, I feel like more so than normal, but I want to do multiple different looks with these, so I'm trying to figure out what I should do. For this look, I want to go more neutral because I am going out. I'm actually going to Topgolf for my friend's birthday, so I don't really want to have some crazy makeup going on going to Topgolf. So this one is going to be more neutral or everyday, which is great for a palette like this because, I mean, these colors are very wearable for everyday, but I want to do a super everyday look. So I'm going to go more into the neutral tones, maybe even just keep it matte. I don't know if I'm going to even use a shimmer for this look, but I will kind of figure it out as I go. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and we will get started on the technically third eye look. Okay, so first I'm going to start with Vivian, which is a cream to powder. And I'm only going to do one eye on camera, and then obviously I will show you the final look. Oh, I have to peel the sticker off. That's a good feeling. I love the creamed powder formula. I tend to just kind of pat it on and then blend it out. So that's what I'm going to do. This is lighter than I thought it was going to be on the eyes. It's like very close to my skin tone. And of course I said I was going to swatch it, but whatever. As I said before, I would put up swatches there, but I haven't swatched the palette. I guess I will do that after I use it, so shh, it's a secret. Yeah, it's definitely lighter than I thought it was going to be, but I still like it. So next, I'm gonna go in with Andy, which is another cream to powder. And this is a mauve tone. So these colors I love to wear. So I want to do something like this because I would normally wear this color out like on an everyday basis. So if I am even going to Topgolf, I would wear this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of packing it on top and then I'm blending it into the crease. I like that shade. I'm going to add a little bit more. And I'm going to run that on my lower lash line as well. I really like that color. I think that's very subtle and pretty. Ooh, I don't know what I just wiped. I'm going to go back in with Vivian and just kind of blend it out a little bit. Yeah, this is going to be a very soft everyday look. Maybe I'll deepen up just a little bit. I'm going to use a part. So that is like the brownish toned one. And I'm going to just like dab that on the outside. I don't want it to be too much, even though I think it is too much already. Whoops. But the other side of the brush still has the other color, so it's going to blend that a little bit more than I wanted. Man, my upstairs neighbors literally walk around like elephants, and it is the most annoying thing ever. I can hear every single step they make. So right now they're like running around the apartment and it's extremely annoying. So if you hear that, then that's what's happening. Back into Vivian. Just to add the light color back. Okay, now for the shimmer, I don't know what I'm going to use. Let's see, there's Helio and Jude, which are both fairly neutral. So let's go with one of those. Let's go with Helio. So I'm just going to put that right on my lid, and I use my finger for like all shimmers, so that's what I'm going to continue to do with this palette. I like that. It's not too much. So now that I have these all over my hands, next I want to use Mod. I'm going to use that for my inner corner actually, because I don't want to put one of the pink ones in my inner corner right now. Well, the shimmers, I mean. And I think a matte inner corner is fun sometimes when you're using a shimmer on the lid. It's just a good way to lighten up the eyes. I think I'm going to leave it there. I think it is pretty neutral, or at least natural, so it doesn't look too intense. So that is the third look. I'm going to do the other eye and then put mascara on and then show you guys both of the eyes together. So that is with mascara and both eyes. So that is this look, and I changed my mind. So this is going to be the first look, and then I'm going to do the second and third look on both eyes, or second look on one eye and third look on the other eye. So this is the first look, so let's get into the second look. Okay, first I'm going to start off with Nude Mauve, which is the matte shade, and I'm going to put that all over my crease just to start. It's definitely darker than I thought, or there's a shadow on this brush. So this one I want to go pretty sultry with, actually. I really want to use that really dark Rebellion shade, so I'm going to do something with that. I think I know what I want to do, but I have to figure it out. Then I'm going to go in with Groove, which is the burgundy matte shade, and I'm going to add that to my crease. First I'm adding it to my outer corner, and then I'm just kind of building it into the crease. This may be unnecessary depending on what I do. That is so pigmented, oh my goodness. And me being my not precise self made that happen. Whoops. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull that up into the crease more. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. Obviously want this to be super sultry. Okay, next I'm going to take Rebellion, which is the cream to powder matte, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid actually. So this is more of a reddish tone or pinkish tone than the other one. The other one is definitely more purple, which I was not really expecting actually. I don't know what is going on right there. Want to blend out that deeper purple. And then Psychedelic and Glitz are both topper-like shades, so I want to actually put one of those on top. Maybe I'll do a Psychedelic. So I'm actually going to put that just right over the Rebellion shade, because I just want some sort of shimmer. There we go. Getting some fallout, which is kind of expected. So that one definitely works as a topper. It is not very intense. I mean, I put it on a couple times and it is really not intense at all, which is fine because I wanted it to just be a topper. I'm going back in with Groove, and I'm going to really carefully tap this on the outside and just kind of blend it a little bit more, just to add that back in and to my lower lash line. And then I'm going to put Glitz on my inner corner. just to get some pink in there. So it started off super sultry and then it got a little bit more glittery. I'm gonna go back in with Nude Mauve and just blend out the edges on the top just to bring that color back too. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it for this look. I'm just going to throw on some mascara and I will show you the finished look. So that is the final look with mascara. I do really like how that turned out. It is sexy and sultry, but you do have that glitter on the top, which I think is really pretty. This is definitely a good like date night or going out look. Probably not an everyday look, but I like how it turned out. So let's move on to the next look. So this one I want to use more of the terracotta-ish shades because those are very different from all of the rest of them. So I'm going to start off with Go Go, which is the cream to powder terracotta shade. And I'm going to just pat that on and then blend it all over my crease. And ignore my eyebrows. I know they look terrible, but I have a wedding this weekend and I'm really trying to hold out touching them because I am getting them done probably on Wednesday. So I didn't want to mess with them before I went to get them done. So they look like a hot mess, but I'm just really trying to hold out. I really like this shade. I don't really use many shades like this either. It applied beautifully. Then actually above that, I'm just gonna go in with Vivian just to lighten up the top area, which is gonna look really weird on top, but it's okay. I went backwards. So I'm gonna put that down and then I'm probably going to add some back of the other shade. Next, using that same brush, I'm gonna go in with Amara, which is a matte shade, and I'm going to actually add that to both sides. I'm going to do kind of a halo, but I obviously already closed the crease, so it's not an exact halo, but I don't want this shade all over the crease. That one is very pigmented too, and I'm not doing this on purpose, but I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm adding it to the inner corner and my lower lash line to match the top lash line. Probably going to need a smaller brush for that, but it'll work for now. And then I'm going to deepen it up a little bit. I'm going to take Apart, which is the dark brown cream to powder, and I'm going to add that more towards the center. I am just kind of playing around with this, so if it turns out looking terribly, that's fine. That's what makeup remover is for. I'm going to go back into Go Go and just blend that out. And since that was in my crease, I'm just going to blend that all kind of together. Then I'm going to take Patty and I'm going to put that in the center of my lid. That is not very shimmery, so I think I'm going to change it up. I'm going to take Jude actually, and I'm going to put that on top of it. It might make it look less gray toned when it's over Patty. I'm going to go back into Apart and just kind of blend out those edges. And then go back into Go Go and blend out that top edge too, because I think I went a little bit too high. Now that I've seen Patty, I actually want to put that on my lower lash line. I don't know why, but maybe a fun shimmery lash line. Or it's not super shimmery, really. Yeah, that's not very shimmery anyway. I'm gonna deepen up the inner and outer corners with Amara, which was that second shade I used just to put that terracotta shade back. And there we go. So I'm going to put on mascara and I will show you the final look. Okay, that is the other look with mascara. I do like how this turned out as well. It is very different from the other eye. This is more terracotta, where the other one is definitely more burgundy and purpley. I still haven't used a few of the shades in the palette, so I will do that eventually, but these are the final looks. Okay, so those are 3 looks with the palette, but actually while I am filming this, or when I am filming this, I have only done the 1 look, which is the look that I have on right now, which is the first look. I don't exactly know what I'm doing for the second and third look yet, so I will put it up here what my favorite look was out of the 3. At least I can share my thoughts for this look. I really, really like it. I think it is soft and girly and pretty natural. I think this would be perfect for every day. It is good for work, so you can really wear this anywhere. So it really is a perfect palette. And this look I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades, and I really liked how all of them performed. Vivian was a little bit lighter than I thought it was going to be, but I still think it turned out really, really nice. So overall, I really like this palette so far. I am probably going to like the other looks too, so I'm probably going to really like this palette a lot, even just using it one time, I can tell. So I cannot wait to use this more. I'm really happy I picked this up. It's just right up my alley. I love it. Let me know if you guys picked up this palette or if you decided to pass on it. I would love to hear your thoughts on this palette. I mean, it is still a little bit pricey because it is Natasha Denona, but I'm so glad she did the mini version so I'd be able to pick it up. But that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.